So we are back today with our final Euros 2024 prediction. Last time it was just me, but now I have my friend with me and we'll be predicting the group stage, the knockout stage, and all the way to the final, and also saying who we predict will be the best player, the best young player, 21 and under, and also the wildcard team and the top goal scorer. That being said, let's get straight into it. This time we have Ukraine, Poland, and Georgia as the playoff teams. Last time they were sort of blank. So what do you reckon in the Group A?
I think it's Germany number one.
Germany, yes, and Tony Kroos's final match.
Definitely. Musiala, Wirtz, it's the young generation
Final
coming through.
Sorry.
I think there might be a shock here.
Hungary was my prediction.
I think Hungary is no longer an underrated team. They showed in the Nations League that they're a team to beat. I'm going to go with Scotland.
As what, second?
As second. I think Scotland goes through
I do
with the
like
automatic.
that. I reckon John McGinn, Scott McTominay, a lot of players there. Robertson, Premier League talent. We know them better than other players. I do like Scotland. And what do we reckon for third place? Because third place is relevant, of course.
It's tough.
4 out of 6 go through.
It's tough. I think we go Hungary just based on their form.
And also previous prediction to stick with it somewhat. We can't just back out of it. I don't like Switzerland. They're an aging team. They got Akanji, Xhaka, some couple good players there, but you are now missing
no X factor.
No X factor. And always never had an X factor, to be honest.
Just a neutral team for a neutral country.
Mid as hell. Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. A lot of pundits, hating on Italy, but it's Italy. You never know with Italy. These players are all born and bred to play football. Eat pasta, play football.
Unfortunately, I'm one of those pundits. I don't rate the Italians at all.
So
I think they're a team of 7.5 out of 10 players.
Are they losing to Albania?
I don't think they're losing to Albania, but I think they're definitely not going to be in the top 2.
Let's shift it to Croatia and Spain. What's going to happen between those two teams?
I think it's the Catalonians that are going to run it.
Who's in the Catalonian there?
That's a great question.
Lamine Yamal.
It's Gavi.
Gavi?
Isn't Gavi?
Isn't Gavi? He's not playing the Euros.
Gavi and Pedri.
So
one of the other.
The ghost of Gavi.
Pedri and Ferran Torres.
But they have a lot of depth. We have Rodri, who does not historically play as well for Spain, but they're great.
I think Spain number 1.
They're fine. Croatia second. Italy third. Albania fourth. Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, England. It's the group that a lot of eyes are going to be looking towards, not only because of Sportic and its Serbian fan base, but England is the biggest team in the Euros in terms of the eyes on the team. That being said, how good are England actually?
That's a great question. I think we'll find that out, not in the group stages, but in that round of 16 quarterfinal stage. However, I think there's going to be a surprise number 1 in this group, and it's going to be Serbia. They're due 20, 30, 40 years as Serbia, Montenegro, Yugoslavia. They haven't had any success. The team is ready, and I think they surprise.
I don't know if I'm high on Serbia, but I'm going to bring down your enthusiasm a little bit and say perhaps leave that upset pick for the knockout stage. Is that a better thing to say? Because I don't think they're going to beat England on the first day of the match.
I think if England's going to lose, it's going to be on the first day of the Euros.
I think Serbia would then lose to either Slovenia or Denmark. I think England first, but England's defence is a bit of a hole in their team.
Vlahovic and Mitrovic against Harry Maguire.
Harry is missing. Harry Maguire is not going to be fit, apparently. It's the story going around, making the rounds. That being said, I'm going to take over here and put England first. I just don't want to be wrong there. It's just not worth it.
Sure, you've always been safe.
Serbia second. The comeback story of Ilicic alongside Oblak and Šeško. That being said, what do you reckon out of Slovenia and Denmark?
Let's put Slovenia.
Denmark has the experience.
Yeah, and they're the same as Switzerland. What do they have? An Eriksen, post-heart attack Eriksen. Poulsen, who I swear just pops up here and there.
I reckon Denmark is past it, but they probably will sneak a third. But you know what? Let's be a bit outlandish and pick the former Yugoslav.
I just feel like things are going to be different this Euros around. That's all I'm going to say.
That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Dutch can actually get first place over the French.
I don't think France make it through. I'm joking. Yeah. Of course they make it through.
I reckon Netherlands could actually pull a...
But I think
it's a great group, actually. All these 4 teams can all beat each other. I think France aren't as big a favourites as people actually...
You're not hot on France. I'm hot on France.
I'm not hot on France.
They've got that young speed X factor that every team wishes they have. But I think we've answered our question. Netherlands and France, 1 and 2. What order it is?
I'm going to pick that. Make it a bit interesting. But that being said, in my prediction last time, I did pick Netherlands to be first.
Understood.
Pick France.
I think, no, keep it the same there. And I'd put Austria third, Poland fourth.
Times haven't really changed.
I remember watching Poland in a World Cup and it was the most disappointing team. Yeah. I lost a lot of money on them.
They're not good. Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, Ukraine. What a poor group in my opinion. You have some wild cards in Ukraine and Romania, but it is a poor group.
How is Ukraine the playoff team and the second best team on paper?
I actually believe Belgium won't come first.
I think Belgium will 100% come first, but that doesn't mean anything when it comes to the playoffs, round of 16 onwards.
Their best player might be Jeremy Doku.
And I think that's a silly, outlandish statement with Kevin De Bruyne in that team.
I don't know. Kevin De Bruyne
100 cap last night against Montenegro. It was great to see the respect shown to him by both teams.
Okay, fair enough. But what I'm trying to say is that I see them actually losing a random match and just failing to come first.
I think...
I'm not saying they're bad.
With this one, I'm going to override you. And it's Belgium number 1 with Ukraine 2.
And then Romania 3rd.
Well, I think Slovakia.
Romania are the cool wildcard team.
I think it's Slovakia, over Romania.
Who can you name from Slovakia?
Lobotka. That's all I need to know.
Is Milan Skriniar coming back? I don't think so.
I'm not sure. And to be fair, I think my knowledge
I'm going to
isn't
pick
as high as
Romania.
it should be.
I don't think Slovakia's got any momentum built around them at all. Moving on, Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, Czech Republic. What do you reckon? All right, Portugal first. So the form international team, in my opinion. I don't know if you agree with me. What
Definitely.
do you reckon?
It's a team of stars.
It's actually a good group. A lot of good matches here. Every match will be competitive, in my opinion. Portugal, even though they're great, but actually, even though that time they beat Switzerland like 5-0 at the World Cup, every match is pretty open with Portugal. Turkey a second.
I think it's going to be Turkey.
Czech Republic third. And Georgia, although a great story and great qualifying win over Greece, I do see them getting knocked out.
They played their grand final.
So out of those playoff teams, only Ukraine we have going through for now. That being said, what do you reckon out of these third place teams? Of course, it's not only a matter of who's the best. Who do we see, for example, Hungary? Do we see them beating Switzerland?
I think it is. I think we do have
Do we
Hungary.
see Italy beating Albania? You know what? Italy might not make it.
I don't think Italy makes it.
I might put Italy as that 5th place. Can we move? No. Okay, we're moving down to 5th place like that. Who's the worst? Who has no chance of winning as a 3rd place team?
I think it's Italy. We said Italy there.
Yeah,
and I think Slovenia would be tough. I wouldn't be surprised if they've only on 1 point or 2 points there in 3rd spot.
So it might be Denmark as well. Denmark, former champions that took over Yugoslavia's spot.
So I'd put
Slovenia
5.
And it doesn't really matter the rest, but we're trying to be accurate. Czech Republic.
I think Czech Republic don't have a bad... It's not a bad opportunity, but I think it's actually Romania. Romania, I think, have a great chance to finish as the highest 3rd
No, so I mean Czech Republic 4th.
Are you sure?
Austria 3rd, I reckon.
I'd put Austria 3rd, Hungary 2nd.
Austria can get a point against France. Or
Hungary 2nd and Romania 1st, just due to the strength of the group.
And just a quick message from our sponsor of the video today, Soccer Atos, where you can get cheap, reliable, and fast delivered jerseys, which I really do like. I have been delivered the Portugal Ronaldo jersey and a Manchester United jersey, all of which are of great quality. And I might even do a ranking Euros kits tier list, whereby we can rank all the Euros kits in a tier list. Before the Euros, go ahead and grab some jerseys. Here we have the Italian 2024 jersey, and for only $29 American, you can grab that. Also, you can get your shirt customized with a name and number, and even a patch for only $10 more, which is pretty cheap. Furthermore, once we put this in, let's say we have a medium with a name and a number and a patch, a fully customized jersey comes out to $45 American. That's pretty good. Plus some shipping. That being said, that's probably cancelled out by the fact that we have a coupon code, which is SPORT. Put that in, we get a 10% discount code. Comes now down to $40. Be fast, get in quick before the Euros, use code SPORT. And once again, thank you for Soccer Atos for sponsoring this video. So we move on to the round of 16 and we got some big matches. Germany, Serbia. Serbia got
2010 World Cup. 2010
Let's go
World
with it.
Cup.
Who cares? Germany's not that great. They have some great players, but their form is atrocious. Scotland, Croatia. And also, I'll pick that because everyone's saying it's going to be Germany and Portugal and England versus France. Let's change it up.
Serbia's due.
Serbia's due.
We're not changing
So
it
is
for the sake of
Croatia.
changing.
Pick Croatia as well.
Croatia,
Scotland,
definitely.
literally. Goodbye, McTominay.
Spain, see you later.
Romania,
Bucharest.
easy. Rodriguez is going to boss that midfield. England, Czech Republic.
Easy. That's going to be a 7-0 victory. Portugal versus Hungary. Hell of a matchup. So the first time they versed each other in a major tournament. I think, what was it? The last match? 8 years back.
Great Ronaldo goal.
I think it's Portugal.
France, Ukraine. You don't want to be versing Ukraine, I think, in a major tournament.
Why is that?
I feel as if they're just a bit weirdly experienced. That being said, France should have no problems. Mbappe hat-trick. Belgium versus Austria. That is a good matchup. Austria, it's almost like a home game for them every time they play in the Euros.
It's Belgium.
But we said Germany will lose to Serbia. So
Belgium.
Exactly. Talk about home games. I mentioned this in the last video. Croatia, Serbia, Turkey, Albania. A lot of those Balkan countries, I have a lot of support in Germany with all the diaspora. That being said, Netherlands, Turkey, bodes well into our next thing.
And like we said before, I think there's going to be a few shocks in this
Turkey
tournament.
will beat the Dutch.
Turkey will beat
The Netherlands will be too high after coming first in their group just to lose to Arda Güler's Turkey. Quarterfinals. Let's start off with England versus Croatia. Change it up.
I think this is going to be a
grudge
smashing
match.
Smashing. I think this is where England showed they're the real deal. 4-0 victory. End of Croatia's era. Goodbye, Hrvatska. It's England going through to the semi-finals.
Exactly. That doesn't mean that we're too high on them. We just think that they would kill Croatia because they need to. They've had too much heartbreak against them in recent years, recent tournaments. Turkey versus Belgium.
You've never been high on the Belgians. And neither am I in this match. I think it's Turkey. I think Turkey pulls through. It's a 1-0 victory. Just that grind.
I understand. You want to say
similar to what Belgium did against Japan.
You can see a bit of a Morocco here.
I think so.
Let's go with Turkey. Very small chance this matchup would actually happen. But if it does, I'll back them. They have a history of actually going far in big tournaments. And Belgium, they don't really have any history, do they? Portugal versus France. This winner of this match might actually be the winner of the whole tournament.
I think this is where the Mbappe curse starts. It's going to be Portugal that goes through.
It's already started for a while. I think France aren't that good.
I think it's Portugal. Tight, quick, quality match, but I think it's Portugal that pulls through. 3-1.
Ronaldo brace. Mbappe scores 2-1. Serbia versus Spain. I think Spain do them here.
I think they
just
do
one
as well.
Too many big wins for Serbia there.
Serbia don't have the consistency to go through to the end of the tournament.
Exactly.
They'll take a quarter
That
final.
being said, where is Spain better defensively?
I think Spain's just an all-round better team and it's
Tiki-taka
experience.
Exactly.
It's all about experience in big tournaments.
So an Iberian final. Which one should we pick first?
I think let's go to the Iberian final.
Yeah, semi-final that is. Spain versus Portugal. It's a rematch of that group stage match in which Ronaldo scored that crazy hat-trick in a 3-0 draw in 2018. This would be actually one of the biggest matches in recent memory. It's
Spain versus Portugal, the neighbours, the rivals. What a story, what a match. I think the semi-finals is even a better setting for a type of match like this compared to the final. They hate each other. The players all play together, I swear, throughout the whole leagues in Europe. They know each other well. Who do you think wins?
They've produced so much talent over the years. Ronaldo, of course, one of many players who played in Spain and became the GOAT he is. That being said, it's Portugal. Portugal is something about them. They're just a form team. You have to go with form.
I thought you were going to go Spain.
She had you for a second. Spain, they're great, and they actually might be the boring pick to win the Euros. But I wouldn't like them to win because I'm not too connected to any of their players, if I'm being honest. They do lack that firepower. Is Morata playing?
Of course he is.
Morata, the captain. Turkey versus England. I never thought we would see this, but Turkey have a bit more of a footballing history than England.
I mean, England has had a history
joking,
of losing
by the
to lower quality teams, aka Iceland in the last Euros.
But England did beat Denmark in the last Euros semi-final. These predictions just took an absolute crazy turn. England versus Turkey in the semi-finals.
I think it's England by far. I think they pull through.
You know what though? There'll be one random semi-finalist and it might just be Turkey. We'll see what happens though. Portugal versus England to be crowned European champions. Will it be England for the first time or Portugal for the second time?
This would be a hell of a match to watch.
We got there eventually.
We did get there eventually, and I know we said there's going to be a lot of surprises, but I think these are by far the two best teams in Europe currently, and it's going to be a hell of a match.
Some French people may have an argument against that. That being said, we took a weird path to get here, but a lot of people do have this final happening, and I do believe that Portugal, they're just mystical at the moment. There's something brewing in Lisbon, in Portugal, in
I think
Madeira.
so. I think so, and I wouldn't be surprised if this even might go down to a penalty shootout.
11% of players have also predicted Portugal to win.
Let's look down here. France and England and Germany are the top 3 picks. We've been quite low on France and Germany, but Portugal it is. Just too much class from top to bottom. Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo,
just
Pepe,
Leao.
Ruben Diaz. Exactly.
The names just go on.
Experience,
Neves, Paulinho.
youth, and skill. That being said, who gets the top goal scorer?
I think Harry Kane. I
Harry
think it's
Kane?
Harry Kane. England go to the final.
Not Ronaldo?
No, I think it's going to be Harry Kane. I think Ronaldo might be
4-goal.
subbed throughout the tournament a little bit, and especially if they're 2 games ahead in the group stages, wouldn't be surprised if they play like a Ramos like they did previously.
And in terms of the best player, who would that be? Perhaps it would be a Bruno Fernandes.
I think so. Someone from that Portuguese team. Bruno Fernandes. I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone like even a Bernardo Silva.
I don't think
that
it can
plays.
be, but I think it would
Bernardo
be,
Silva.
It would have to be a
Or a Ruben Diaz.
Leao or a Bruno Fernandes or a Ronaldo.
Normally he's an attacking player, is it not? I wouldn't be surprised any of those guys. I would say let's play Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. And The best young player can't be Jude Bellingham.
Well, I think looking at that surprise team in the semi-final,
is he really going to play that well?
I think if you look at the team in the semi-final, the surprise packet there, Turkey,
So
the Real Madrid little superstar there, Arda Güler, I think he's the one
so that answers the last 2 points. Our wildcard team, of course, Turkey. And
I think a bit of Serbia as well. That quarterfinal is a bit of a wildcard team, especially knocking out Germany in that round of 16 match would be huge.
Even Romania, even Ukraine, even Hungary making the round of 16. They're all
plenty of shocks. And it could be any of those teams that make a deep run into the tournament. It's all luck in the end sometimes. And I think whatever team has the rub of it will make it at least to the final four. But that's where the quality comes to the fore. And that's why Portugal and England, in our eyes, reached the final. And with Portugal being the one that will hold the trophy at the end.
So that's it. We agree on Portugal winning. And let us know in the comments down below who you have not only to win, but to be a wild card, the best player, the top goal scorer, and the best young player. That being said, we'll see what happens, and until next time.